Hello.
Welcome to our lair.
I'm Akiba.
And I'm Anna.
And we are
the dumpster
divas. Ooh la la. We got an awesome project today, don't we, Anna?
Yep.
All right. So today we're going to be doing something that is so awesome that I'm super excited to be making this video for you guys. It's going to be kind of long, but I think you guys will think it's worth it, and I think you'll enjoy watching it all the way through because I'm going to tell you about how and why we decided to do this particular project. In the meantime, what we're going to do is go ahead and get started, and Anna's going to let you know what we did first to get started.
Okay. First, we need to get a lid, glass window cleaner, and a paper towel, and just wiped it down until it was
Groovy. All right, so bet you're wondering, what are we doing making a video about cleaning windows?
No.
Well, not exactly.
Not exactly.
You see, what we're actually doing is teaching you guys how to make full stained glass windows. All right, we're going to give you a quick pan around our room. Pan around our room. All right.
Okay, so we're just going to show you around. This is our door.
This was the first window we did. It was our test subject. And basically what we did is glued down tissue paper onto our window and into this wave pattern. I call it the sea and sky because I started off at the top with white with glitter in it that represented the clouds, and then this light blue right here that represents the sky, and then we got two shades of darker blue, a true blue, what I'm calling my true blue, and then my dark blue down here to represent the water. Okay, so we got the water, the sky, and the air.
This was the lucky door.
The clouds. So this was the lucky door to go first, huh?
It's not the lucky duck.
This is a Florida room, so there was plenty to be going around. So we ended up doing all the windows. And to tell you the truth, we have 17 windows in this room. So this has been quite a project. All right? Let's go ahead and show you how to start on our very last window. As we were ending this project, we realized we needed to show you guys our friends on Dumpster Divas.
Our divalicious gal pals.
I like that. We should start using that. Our divalicious gal pals, as Anna put it. We wanted to show you guys one of our bigger projects. Before we showed you the paper bag floors, and this is another one of those big projects that really changes a room entirely.
And we got the inspiration for this from two projects, actually.
Yeah, we basically combined two projects. And you guys might know from the previous video, we did the paper bag floor. Yeah. And then a different video, we did the tissue paper vases.
Yeah, which has the gold on it. And we made another one, which you can see in the previous video.
And anyway, let's go ahead and get started, and we'll tell you about that as we work. So the first step was to clean the window, which we have already done ahead of time. We went on and cleaned that window. Our next step is we got some white glue. And we don't really actually need that much. This is a 4-ounce bottle, and we're probably going to use about 2 ounces of a 4-ounce bottle. All right? For this size window. All right?
Just coming out.
All right. About 2 ounces of a 4-ounce bottle. And we're going to mix that with half water. So we're going to put about approximately 2 ounces of water. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but it's about 2 ounces of water. And I'm just taking my nasty little fingers, getting them yuckified, getting my fingers all crafty, I should say.
Yeah.
Now I'm taking because you guys know I'm the queen of recycling. This is the princess of recycling. This is basically these were some,
Old holy pants.
well, they didn't start off folded. These were an old pair of, what are they called?
Pants.
Yoga pants. These were yoga pants, and they got torn. And so I just went on and cut off strips to do various little things. And one of the things I did was make this little sponge type deal for this project. So I got my mixture of glue and water.
And you want it to be pourable, but you don't want it runny.
All right, so about half and half. All right, so now I'm just going to do this wave effect up here. I'm just putting in my wave. All right. Now, I really like this top part and the cloudiness of it. So I think I'm going to even go back and add a little more wave, a little more sky, a little more clouds. All right.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
I like it to be, this spot is going to be where a lot of clouds gather. Then I'm going to move my glue out of the way, and I have a table right here to put my stuff on here. As
you kind of see the corner of it right
You're going to want to keep your paper towels nearby because you want to keep your hands dry as possible. All right? So let's step back for a second. And I don't know if you can see, but what I did was outline and painted onto the glass where I want these to go. So I did my wave effect in glue.
Yeah.
All right. I painted my pattern in glue onto the window. We can see it, but I'm not sure if you guys are seeing the effect the way we are. It's just not.
You can kind of see it in the corner here.
So here's our glue. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab a bunch of it. This is our white, which I'm going to show you.
It has sparkles because we're divalicious.
And now we got our glue. We're just going to put it up there. All right. I'm just going to start on that side. I'm going to start on this side. And we're just going to work our way. Make sure you get all the parts and all the edges. And if you're doing a design the way we are, we're doing like the ocean and the sky, make sure you're being really careful with your design. It's better to overlap your tissue than it is to skimp on your design, which is what we do. We just overlap our tissue as opposed to forgetting about our design. And remember, the pattern that we're doing is the wave. It's very organic. If we mess up, it's okay because it's a very organic piece. Just keep it where it looks like it's flowing.
Yep.
All right.
Keep it going.
So I said I was going to tell you guys a little bit about the inspiration of this project. So as we're going, the inspiration of this project was our floors. Like we said, we did the paper bag floors in previous video, and then in a different video we did the vases. And in the video with the vase, we got the tissue paper and Elmer's glue, and we just made the vases, which are these. Then we had leftover Mardi Gras beads from Mardi Gras, and we wrapped it around And now Anna used these vases to put different little things in. This one, she has her lip glosses in. And she has her lip glosses in. She have her lip glosses in that one, and we're just, you know, whatever you want to throw in there. So that was that project. So what gave me the inspiration was about a year ago, we did, we had in our kitchen where we had double pane glass, we had the fogging effect. Anybody who has double pane glass know what I mean by the fogging effect. The fogging effect happens when you have stained glass windows in a humid climate, and what happens is you get a lot of humidity stuck between the panes of the glass. Okay, and then that humidity turns into like a cloudy kind of residue that can't be wiped out because it's in the middle of two panes of glass that are in the frame. So you really can't get to that center part, okay, without taking the glass window out, take the glass apart, clean both panes, put it back together, re-put the glass back into the thing, which we don't really know how to do, and we would have had to hire a professional. Okay, so that's that first part. Step back on it. Yeah. This is that cloudy part with the glitter. All right? So the next step is I just grab my glue, and I'm going to finish up my wave effect right here. And kind of just do the blue, sky. So we got the sky blue, which is right here. And that's our next color. All right?
That's the blue we're going to be using.
It's a very light blue that almost looks white in the video, but you can kind of tell because Anna is wearing blue. Well, it looks better away from your shirt. Yeah. Anna's wearing blue. Anna's wearing white, so you can see the difference. Okay? That's a very light blue, and that's our sky blue. Okay? I'm going to grab the other roll of paper towel. All right, so what was I talking about? The double pane glass. So what we did in that situation, because we had this cloudy window at one of the windows that's in the front of the house, which means, any passerbys could see that really start off around the edges because we get low on this color. If we run out, I'm going to switch to the darker color. The neighbor, I didn't want people to see the foggy looking glass in the front of the house, and I was kind of like, oh God, we got to come up with something that's gonna make the house still look nice, but not cost an arm and a leg. Because we kept thinking we're gonna have to pay someone to come out, take the windows apart, or Tony's gonna have this major project and stuff, and he was saying, I don't think I know how to do that, huh? So what we ended up doing was finding a faux stained glass window that works kind of like a plane, right? It's like a plane. Stay with the rim because we don't know if we're gonna remember what I'm saying. Stay with the go high because we're gonna low. We might have to get advantage with it. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to take right. So, the other color, which is that
Our true blue. I'm gonna show the true blue to them. Okay, so this is our true blue. It's darker than our sky blue. It has some more sparkles. And that's gonna be our first color for our ocean.
Alright, so now I'm going to go with the next layer, which is our first, what did you already said that, huh?
Yeah, our first
I repeated Anna. Our first ocean color, she said, and then I just got ready, I was saying it again. And I was like, wait a minute, I just heard her say that. Yeah. Our first ocean color, guys.
Yay! Although I just said that, but whatever.
Alright, so now we only put a little bit of ocean at the top, but as you look around, the wave is a little different in each window scene here. It's a wave, so we did it very organically. And by organically, I meant we just really wanted to give it a very
Realistic.
yeah, and a very natural nature type, effect to where it just looked like, here, all right, so what I was also saying before, or what I was actually thinking about saying is, sometimes we worry about our kids messing up a project. You're feeling that, Bob? And making it not look perfect or whatever else like that. But it's better to teach them and they learn. And sometimes when I'm gonna lay down the pieces, it's not perfect, and sometimes we do have to take off a piece or something like that because she's still learning and stuff, so she's not gonna do everything perfectly. But I think it's very important to give not just kids, but people in general, a chance to see if they can do it and try to do it. And then as they need help or something, just go ahead and give them the correction and show them, oh no, we're going to do this instead and we're doing that and whatever else like that. Because I know that sometimes I might say, oh no, we're going to take that piece off and put it over here or do this, that, or the other. But at the same time, I realized that I have learned just as much from her. And I'm interrupting one story to tell a different story. But I'm learning just as much from her as she is learning from me. For example, when we did this project,
I added the gold.
I just put tissue paper and glue on it. And then I went in her room a week later and I seen all this highlighting gold and everything, and she had wrapped the beads from Mardi Gras. This wasn't originally what was done. This is something she added her own flair to this and made it to me from just a tissue paper jar to Divalicious. She took it to the next level. See all the gold in there? And basically what she did is she took her nail polish and just went and painted Hail Male the gold on there.
Yeah.
And then put a matching rim that is movable and everything from her Mardi Gras beads from the Mardi Gras parade. And it turned out, to me, gorgeous. It took it to where it was like, that's a nice gift for a friend. To being just like that one little tissue paper vase. It took it to the next level. So she learns from me, I learn from her, and we become more Divalicious together. So it's okay if the kids get involved It's okay if mom get involved. Do some projects together, even stuff that you think is something that a kid can't do. Give them the opportunity to try and do it because Anna was my partner on the paper bag floor and she did an excellent job. Anybody who ever done a paper bag floor knows how hard it is to get all those corners and get everything tucked just right and everything like that. Well, this girl was on it. And she had everything smooth. We had no air pockets and it looked like a professional flooring job. Really was great. And I couldn't have did it without her. So and I think I gave her a skill that she'll have for a lifetime. Anna is learning. All right, here's our next layer. We're gonna go with that. And I just like.
You just moved on to another story while you're telling another.
All right. So there's that next layer. All right. So I now I realize I was in the middle of telling one story and then I start telling another story. And whoever is listening is like, what? But anybody that knows me personally is like, that's her. I usually have 5 conversations going on at the same time, and then I go back and forth. I'm gonna try not to do that, but this is a long video, so you guys are getting to know me better. It's harder for me to stay focused when it's long. All right, so I'm gonna move this out of the way.
Shiny.
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 That's what I say when I get distracted. I go, oh, shiny. It's the glitter that's in this tissue paper that's making me distracted. All right, so
no more shiny stuff. No more shiny.
Out of the way, and I'm gonna finish telling you the story about the other window. So we realized that was going to be really hard to do and expensive or time consuming and something that we just really wasn't. Now I'm so tall that the only way for me to do this bottom part is for me to sit down.
Me too.
And get up in here with under the chair. And get in here sitting at the chair. Alright. So I hope y'all can see us.
Yes, they can.
Alright. So basically what I was saying is, what we ended up doing to fix that solution is I was thinking, let's do some stained glass windows. What's the cheapest way to do stained glass windows? So I Googled stained glass windows I didn't Google. Let me rewind. Drop the phone, call me back. Alright, I didn't Google it. I went on Amazon and typed in faux stained glass window. And it came up with a whole bunch of like a cling material that comes in a roll, and you basically just cling it to your window. It's not stuck to the window, it's just static cling to the window. But it stays up there, and you can get it in so many different patterns. We went with a faux stained glass that was kind of like flowers and whatnot. It was really pretty. It looked like a garden scene, all these beautiful flowers and stuff like that. And it added a lot of elegance. And we went from having the drabby looking windows on the block to everybody saying, oh my God, look at your windows.
Which was kind of awesome.
Yeah, I said awesome. And she's right. It was awesome to have like the groovy windows on the block, okay? So we did that last year. Now in the Florida room, we didn't have any window coverings in here. So this room was just left open to the world. And I never really thought about it because we come out here and we craft and we have a closed-in backyard area. So it's not like anybody is peeking over and looking at us or anything. We have tall fences. I don't know if you can see our fence over there. But we have tall fences.
Yeah, they can see it.
Yeah, yeah, look at our banana tree trying to grow back.
Banana tree.
Poor banana tree, it died in the frost, so it's trying to come back to life.
For us. Thank you, banana tree, for trying.
Maybe it'll give us a banana next year.
Next year.
Ah,
Poor banana. I want you to give Mom some bananas.
I don't know, Mom loves bananas. All right, there's that layer. Ooh, we're almost done, guys.
One more color.
All right, so we ended up putting that clean stuff down, and it was a roll, and you just clean your windows, spray and wet it, and then just roll it out, and it sticks to the window, and it just stays up for years and years, and it looks awesome. Well, that was great and everything, but I was thinking to do this Florida room would cost an arm and a leg, because it's one thing to do one big room, window in the kitchen with the roll, but it's another thing to do 17 large windows in the Florida room. So we said, no, we can't do that, because the price for it would be just more than I, would be willing to do. So we thought about blinds and we thought about curtains, and I kept coming back to it would look great with faux stained glass. Well, what ended up happening, I just stepped in the glue that got spilled earlier.
See, I'm stepping glue.
Yeah. So what ended up happening was, I just kind of mixed the two projects together, and I kept saying, it seemed like it would work. I mean, it's glass, it's a flat surface, it seemed like it should work. And I just decided to try it out. So I tried it out on that was our test subject that I was talking about.
Our lucky door.
The lucky door was our test subject, and we did it, and it came out great. So I waited a month to see how it would do up there. All right?
And it's done fine.
And it did fine. So we decided to do the rest of this room. So now we have all these windows done, and we decided to do this video of us doing our last window. Show them the dark blue.
And then this is our last ocean color.
Dark blue.
Okay.
And this was just a way of doing the windows. After I did that window, the door, me and Anna did that together, I just honestly fell in love with the whole idea. And I just went crazy, and we did all the windows in this room, which anybody that knows what a Florida room, it means this room is literally all windows. Yeah, it's all windows. Like, it's all windows. It's a giant room that's just all windows.
It's like a room made of glass.
Yeah.
Practically.
And so we did all of the windows, and it came out great. And just when you step back and you look at all the windows and you kind of spin around and look at all the windows, it looks like this beautiful ocean wave, and it's just wonderful a project to have done with my daughter. And
We're very proud of ourselves.
yeah, we are proud of ourselves. So we saved some money, and we did a project that was great and fun. I think this is fun, and I don't think it takes very long.
This one took an hour, but the rest of them.
Yeah, that one took the longest. That was an hour, but the rest of the windows got shorter and shorter. The amount of time, I should say, got shorter and shorter as we went, because we just got faster and we improved our technique. Before, I think we were wetting. Is that what we did? Weren't we wetting the tissue and sticking the tissue up on the dry windows?
Yeah.
And that was hard. That was hard. So by the time we got to window number 2, we learned that is not the best way to do it. And we came up with this method: wet the window with the glue, and whatnot. All right, so a couple of little tips I wanted to share because we're getting pretty close to the end of our video because we're getting pretty close to the end of our window being done. And I just wanted to give a couple of little tips on doing this. All right. One of my tips is um, make sure you go all the way to the edge. Don't be afraid to go over the edge of the window. Because what I did is went back with a straight knife and
Or an X-Acto knife.
X-Acto knife. It's the same thing. And I'm gonna say X-Acto knife. I call it a straight knife. It's the same thing though. I'm old school. X-Acto is the brand. One of our lights just went out.
Oh my gosh.
We're in the dark now.
We're
light went out.
spooky.
It's so spooky.
And the sun's going down.
And the sun is going down. All right, so we'll live through this. We only got 3 minutes left. So anyway, we learned that the best way is to go all the way to the edge and then just go back and cut off any remnants that we don't want with an X-Acto knife, because it's better to go over it with the X-Acto knife than to have little spaces along the side. Just like, okay, mommy just noticed she left a space on the side.
Oh no, mommy made a mistake.
That's okay. That's our learning experience, right? All right, so I'm just basically gonna show you guys how to do a little patch like that, right? So I'm taking my tissue paper and I'm just gonna get my finger and re-wet that spot right there, okay? And then just go stick that right there. All right?
Boom, and that's how you patch like a pro.
That's how you. Apparently, that is how you patch like a pro. I didn't even know that, but that's how you patch like a pro. All right. So I'm gonna move my chair to the side because now Anna is gonna just sit back and watch me work with her lazy self.
Boom, I'm awesome like that.
Because this is the one person job part. All right. I'm gonna move this. Actually, you can get those tissues up and put them in that bowl that they go in. And look at you doing something.
I'm not lazy, am I?
No, it's not lazy.
I
And I'm basically taking my my little homemade sponge, and I'm taking my glue and I'm just sweeping over my tissue paper just to give it a top coat. Lay it all the way down so you don't have any bubbles in your little project. You don't want bubbles because then you'll have little air pockets that's discolored from the rest of your project, and you don't want it to look sloppy or whatever. Take the time to make it look right. I know it looked like it took a really short amount of time, but trust me, our first window took over an hour.
hour 30 minutes, hour 15. You don't really know, but it took like an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah. And be very delicate in how you do this because this is tissue, and you don't want to just rub over it and tear your tissue because then you're gonna have to do patch jobs. And patch jobs are actually time consuming. So it's better to go ahead and take your time in brushing this on. When you get to spots that look like they're trying to curl over or being difficult or whatever, use what I call the patting and just kind of dab and pat instead of rubbing. Because you don't really, you have to get all the spots. You have to get every part of this swept down and smoothed out with the glue, okay? Lest you get a weird effect in the places that aren't. And you'll end up having to go back over stuff. And it's easier to do it right the first time than it is to go back and forth with the stuff. Okay?
I'm bored.
Alrighty. So,
Our light just came back
okay, this Florida room is starting to scare me, I think.
on. Don't worry, we're almost done.
Alrighty, so the other tip I wanted to talk to you guys about is I wanted to tell you guys when you do this, make sure your hands are very dry. Okay? Make sure that you're working in glue, and you guys might have noticed, or maybe you didn't notice, and you'll probably notice now that I said it. You'll go, oh yeah, she sure did. But make sure that as you go, you are keeping your hands clean from the glue as you go. So each time I pick up my little glue sponge, you'll notice that I
Wiped your hands afterwards.
yeah, I wipe my hands off afterwards with the paper towel. So let's talk about what all materials we use, because we got another minute before we're done. We already had the Elmer's glue, so we didn't buy Elmer's glue. Most of you guys that have a few bottles of Elmer's glue in your crafting closet, but for those of you who are just buying the materials for this project, I would say for one window, the total cost would be about, depending on the number of colors you're doing, about $3.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you'll probably need 2 packs of tissue paper, depending, because some tissue papers have multicolors in each pack, so you'll be able to do, if you wanted to do a rainbow effect, they have so many types of tissue paper that one pack you might get all the colors that you want, okay?
We even got a metallic.
Yeah, but that's for a different project.
Yeah.
But the tissue paper only cost us $1, okay? Elmer's glue, we got an off-brand of school glue, white all-purpose school glue, for $1, okay? And we probably used, to do one window, we used a half a bottle. So if you already got Elmer's glue at home, you probably already have enough glue to do this project because you're mixing the glue with water. You guys see me do the mixture. I use 2 ounces of glue to 2 ounces of water, and came out with a great consistency. And I still have glue left. I still have about 1 ounce of glue left. So that's that. And literally, that's that.
Okay, Mom, you know what you
Alright, so this is my window effect, my faux glass window, and this is still wet, so we're going to let it dry. Once it's dry, we'll trim out the edges. And you'll see it looks a little darker when it's dry, because here I'll point the camera at the window right next to it, where you see it's a little bit darker when it dries. So this is what it looks like dry, and that's where it looks like wet. It settles a lot more dry into these beautiful colors. I will say this is how you clean it. We use our Swiffer duster just to dust over it about once a week. We use this room a lot, and it's a Florida room, so it gets pretty dusty, so we dust it once a week, all right? It does have glue as a top layer over it, so if you were to get it slightly wet, it's not going to damage it too much because that glue is going to keep it from getting damaged or running, but you don't want to get it too wet. So if you needed to just wipe it off, if you had a spot on it, you would be able to do that, but I will say be very gentle, okay? Because you don't want to rip your tissue, okay? But it's pretty durable once you got it up there, okay? The other thing I wanted to tell you as far as maintenance go and in deciding where you're going to put these windows and what kind of project to do with these windows, this Florida room, although it gets a lot of sunlight, we do have a lot of trees in our backyard.
We have one giant one right there.
We have a big tree right here and another big tree on this side of, wait, you can't even see me. There's a big tree right here and then another big tree on the other side of the house. And so this is mostly getting a lot of shade, like you can see the leaves and stuff like that just outside the window. So this is a very shaded area. If you were facing the front of the house, I probably wouldn't do this project because tissue paper tends to bleach in the sun, and you don't want that bleached out color effect. So if you were doing it on the front part of the house, what I would do is after you've done it like that and have it all sorted out and situated, go over it with a layer of Mod Podge because it'll add a more permanent type deal to it. But if you're okay with like it being on the shady side of the house and everything like that, this should do you fine for a while. Now, I already tested trying to take it off, and I'm not going to take this piece off for you or anything because I'm done with this. But I will say it's actually pretty easy to come off. All you got to do is find the corner and just kind of chip it up. And it takes a little while to get it up, but in about 15 or 20 minutes, you have all of this off if you needed to redo it or take it down. So it's not going to permanently destroy your windows, but it does last a good long while, and it's a great way of doing an inexpensive window treatment. Now, quick recap. We did 17 windows, including this door that's a half glass door, and the other door that's a whole glass door. And our total cost was about $10-ish. We went through total with all the windows about 3 bottles of Elmer's glue. And each bottle was approximately 50 cents each because they were 2 for $1. And then we went through about 5 bags of tissue paper. Okay. Also, we use glass cleaners and paper towels. But glass cleaner and paper towels, I don't add into the project because I think you should already have that in your pantry. So total cost to do 17 windows, one including a big door that's all glass, $10. And we have leftovers to do even more if we wanted to. We'll probably use these to do a few bases around the house and a couple of other tissue projects that we find around the house. But we have plenty of tissue in leftover to do more projects. That's my cloud tissue with the glitter in it, which I really liked. So I hope you guys enjoyed our super duper long video. And thank you so much for tuning in to Dumpster Divas. I'm trying to get in this shot with Anna. Thank you for tuning in to Dumpster Divas. And I'm sorry about the lighting. Daylight got away with us, and it was a rainy day here.
Your views. Get on.
No, the switch is off. That just was flickering. It must be a short or something. But yeah, we sorry about the lighting, but it's been really great to do this video with you guys. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And enjoyed learning a new something to do with bits of this and bits of that. I will say another little tidbit. Save all your tissue paper from birthday parties and Christmas and Easter baskets and all that stuff because
Don't throw it away.
we save all of our tissue. And the only reason we even bought tissue is because with a little girl in the house, we never actually have blue tissue paper to do an ocean thing. Now we have tons and tons of pink tissue paper.
Because I'm a girl and I like pink.
And purple tissue paper, and even red and white tissue paper. But the only reason we had to even buy tissue paper is because it was blue. And I wanted waves in here, because we did a sea green blue, a seafoam blue, I think it's called. I don't think it counts if you're doing bunny ears for yourself. And if you already got mouse ears, you shouldn't have bunny ears too.
Okay, here's the bunny, here's the mouse. Both animals of prey.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be a wolf or a tiger
Okay,
or a leopard.
fine.
What? Oh, that's when dogs be thinking and their ears be moving around like, what was that? I heard something. Alrighty, so we just wanted to finish up the Florida room because now we're going to spend this evening setting up the Florida room for a visitor. We're going to have my son come in from out of town.
My brother!
Yay, she's happy big brother is coming to visit. And we're going to turn this into his bedroom for a week. And anyway, meantime, thank you for tuning in and just watching us be wacky. I'm trying to ignore her. It's very hard. Thank you for watching Dumpster Divas. I'm Akiba.
The wolf.
And who are you?
I'm Anna the mouse.
And we are
The dumpster.
Divas. Thank you for watching. You're a mouse.